IT has become the ish now. Every one of us are trying to make sure that we become adequate in whatever that we do. Even in school, if you don't know how to use your computer, you're going to struggle. AI is going very, very, very fast. However, there is a gap between men and women in technology. What can we use technology to create? Today, we want to have a conversation on women in technology. What women can do better, the chances available for women, the success stories of women who have ventured into IT, and most importantly, to encourage every woman, every lady, and every young girl to understand that they too can venture into technology. I am Martha Spice. Let's take a breather. When we are back, we delve into this conversation. Stay tuned. Hello everyone. Today is a great day. We met over 250 women here to inspire them and to empower them. The focus was to make sure that the widows that we have in our society, the single mothers, the women who are bought twins and probably do not have enough on them, the pregnant women that may not be able to go for antenatal, among other vulnerable women. The target was 250, but we reached 271 women. I believe that whatever target that we set and whatever reach that we have been able to achieve has helped a lot of women to become better. It was a day for us to talk as women. They shared their perspective on women economic empowerment, teenage pregnancy, taking care of their children and how they can do better. We danced. We modeled. We had fun. And I believe that seeing these women chill and enjoy themselves at this point, it's something really amazing. So the Martha Inspires Foundation, with support from few of our partners, we had some donations from the Universal Merchant Bank, UMB, and some individual philanthropists who helped us to make this day a success. We gave them bags of rice, bottles of oil, tins of mackerel, some tins of tomato paste. Some got soap, some got Dettol, some got cloth, some got even macaroni, and a whole lot of things. Clothes, shoes, handbags. We were able to distribute to these women, and we believe that they have been able to support us greatly. Thank you to Glow Events for glowing the whole setup for us as well, and to Aki's Kitchen for giving us an amazing time of lunch to refresh and to entertain these women. We really appreciate everything. We are glad that we touched the lives of these women. Welcome back. I have here two ladies and a gentleman. You wonder why we have a gentleman, because we are looking at women in technology. But we want him to tell us from the male perspective the successes that he has seen in women venturing into this sector. Thank you very much for joining me on the show. I want you to tell us about yourself and what you do. So you tell me your name and what you do. Let me start with you.
Yes, so thank you so much for this opportunity. My name is Memuna Techi. I'm a products manager at Boltec Enterprise.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. My name is Samuel Yubafari. I'm the CEO and founder for Tech Pigeon, an IT startup.
Tech, what can you
Pigeon,
speak?
the bird pigeon.
Okay,
Like
tech pigeon, not
yes.
the language pigeon.
No.
Okay.
The bird pigeon.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so my name is Goodness Mba, and I'm a biostatistician.
Okay, biostatistician. Please, I can't mention it the way she's mentioned. Later on, you tell us all about what you do, where your business is. Who knows? Somebody out there may want to get in touch with you. But today, we want to look at women in technology. Let me start with you, Muna. how did you, or why did you venture into this in the first place, and even as a woman?
First off, I will say that someone inspired me to go into IT. Up to now, she doesn't even know she did.
Wow.
I'm mentioning it for the first time. So I came from a background that we didn't have access to computers. There was nobody immediately for me to look up to. But there was a time I was watching telly, and I saw a very beautiful young girl. So it was this pageant shows, and she actually won that year. So in her intro, she was like, "My name is ABC. I studied IT in this university," and I was like, "Oh, what is into this IT?" I had initially wanted to become a journalist because I used to watch Gifty Auntie too. And I was now like, what is this IT? Then when I was finishing essays, I said that, okay, I would like to know more about IT, and that's how I chose it as a course. And I am here today. I've been very passionate about it.
So watching someone, you know, I keep saying that you underestimate the impact that you make. So maybe today someone might also be watching you on TV and get inspired by your story and want to venture into that. Sammy?
Yes.
What inspired you to get into IT?
I think at a very early stage, I was privileged to be open to the technology world at a very
Can you speak a bit louder?
Yes, so I was actually very privileged to be open up to the technology,
the space.
Yes, the environment around me and all that. So whilst I was growing, I literally just fell in love with like gadgets, like these computers, calculators, and all that. So I started building upon it and all that. And at a very young age, I literally just wanted to venture into computing, and I went all out in here now. Yeah.
Goodness, what is good about technology?
In my case, I was actually fascinated with the idea that you can build something that people can actually use and enjoy. It was really fascinating to me. So,
that people can, you can build something that people can use.
People can use and enjoy. It was really.
How long has it been now since you've been working in that space?
It's been like 3 years.
And how has it been? Have you experienced any challenges as a woman?
Sure, yes. So at the workplace, you see inequality, where you have men who are into IT and yourself. So there's kind of gender bias in the workplace. So,
Sammy, how has it been working with women?
Actually,
she mentioned a critical thing.
Yes,
the inequality.
The inequality is, I literally see it almost all the time. Looking at the space that I work in and all that, because like it's actually saying that women, when it comes to, let's say, maybe solving issues involving technology and more and all that, because IT or computing is mainly male dominated, they see that, okay, a man can do better than the woman and all that. But I actually believe strongly that when women are given the chance to explore and kind of solve issues on their own, they can thrive and all that. There was a typical issue of what's name, a lady that I knew, like a colleague IT person, and there was an issue that she needed to solve, but she was waiting for a male guy to rather help her solve it. But she just sat down, like the person was actually very occupied somewhere. She just sat down and she was like, okay, let me just try and do a bit of further research. And apparently she was able to solve it on her own.
Wow.
Yes, so I actually think like women, when especially when they are given a chance to really maybe
explore, do
and
better,
do things on their own, they can thrive in the space that we find ourselves in. But and I also believe that as much more, let's say, women come in and all that, they can also inspire the others to be able to, let's say, take advantage of maybe the various opportunities in technology. Yeah, so that is the thing.
Mona, how has it been for you working in that space?
Actually, I've not been long in it. I just did national service and I had to continue. And mostly the challenge we face is the underestimation.
Okay.
Sometimes the problem is given, and when you are dividing roles, it's okay, Muna is a girl, let's give her this side. Like they sometimes underestimate us in a way that like they don't just believe in us. But one thing I always try to do is that I just tell them, hey, never underestimate the power of a woman. Yes. When I tell them that, they laugh over it, and I go ahead to pick the ones that they want to pick for themselves. And so far, so good. Every challenge I have taken to work in my team with, I've been successful with it. So.
Do you think we are lacking in some of the things to do to empower women in that field? What do you think that if more opportunities are open for you, could have made you better, can make you better, could make the space more enjoyable for more young girls that want to go in it?
Yes. So, for example, mentorship and sponsorship. Sometimes you have a project, so you know that there's a tech-driven project, and if you should do that, it will go ahead to solve ABC problem in the society. But you turn here, no, like it's locked. You don't have the equipment to help you do that. And when you are even writing to get sponsorship and things, of course, you can say that there are people you look up to. But it's not just about looking up to them, but what do they need to be able to succeed? So I think that the sponsorship aspect, as far as technology is concerned, it's not much, it's not there, especially in our part of the world. Yes. Where I come from, it's very difficult. Even someone wants to enter into technology and they don't have a computer. For example, I want to study IT. I don't even have a computer. So how do I do it? So if there are policies that are put across and sponsorships are given to people to pursue their careers, why not? Women will do well.
Let me come to goodness on this one. So what do you think, if the opportunities are available for you, when I say you as a person and more women in the space can help make us become better?
Okay, so I'll use maybe a mother who has children in the house. So I feel like companies should create opportunities for remote work, whereby they can be in the house whilst working, or if possible they can create a workspace that is child friendly, so that they can either come with their kids or to really go a long way to make women.
Okay, so that's on the HR perspective. I'm asking you that is already in the IT. We have spoken about inequality. We're speaking about all that. What are some of the measures that whether the government or even the organizations themselves can do better? So she spoke about the fact that they want to say, okay, because we're a woman, take this task. But probably if they give that task to her, she can do it much better than someone. So what are some of the things that they can do better for you to make you be more empowered in becoming a more IT expert?
Okay, so I think companies should try as much as possible to eliminate gender bias in their job descriptions when they are.
Like we have some, like
yeah,
what?
we have some.
They'll tell you that
they
what?
give priority to
Yes,
women.
they have priority. So I think if they include women in their job descriptions, it will actually.
Okay.
go a long way.
There was this job opportunity somebody told me about. I don't know whether it was really about IT, where they said that you cannot get pregnant in the first 1 or 2 years as a woman. Yeah, and I think in the IT space, I've seen or heard like some of those things.
Mostly
And like
they ask for men when you go through the job description.
they ask for men.
Yes. So
Why? Have you tried to find out?
I think it all boils down to inequality, and they feel like the men are more capable.
Or do we think other girls or women that went before us didn't do their best? So we are tagged in that manner, like the saying that we say that one granules for all granules. We used to say that a lot.
Yes.
Do you think that other women have been given the opportunity in the IT space, Muna, who have not? Like, have you encountered that? Who have, let me say, misbehaved? So companies now want the men.
I will say no. You know, mostly what happened is that we know that as a woman, you get married. Okay, you become pregnant. Pregnancy comes with its own problems.
Yeah.
You have children. And some CEOs or companies do not want the fact that you deliver and you are given 3 months leave. It means that you will not be there to do the work, especially if it has to be with moving around. Of course, once you are pregnant, you are limited. But I think that's the only way. If not, women, we are powerful, and if you give us the space, we can exploit. It isn't that some have gone before us and they have misbehaved, but it's because we have other responsibilities. So I become pregnant, what happens? Like she mentioned earlier, our work should be made flexible in a way that if I am pregnant and I cannot come to work, wherever I am, I should be able to do my work. And it will grow the industry.
Let's look at initiatives. If you don't mind, tell me about some of the things you've worked on, initiatives you've worked on that probably has changed lives somewhere.
Yeah.
With your
okay.
something pigeon?
Tech pigeon.
Tech pigeon,
Yeah,
yes.
like technology pigeon.
Yes, yeah, I get that. I forgot the tech.
That was fine.
What are some of the initiatives you worked on, or maybe generally other initiatives you have worked
Okay,
on?
so can I, like
Sure.
she mentioned something.
Yeah,
to me,
go
so
ahead,
I just
yeah.
want to just throw more light
Yeah.
and I'll go to it.
Yeah.
So let's say personally, I grew up with IT around me because of the environment I found myself in, but she didn't, or she didn't really get that privilege and all that. So like in the African household, right, let's say in our setup in Ghana here and all that, when let's say our parents are buying us like say gifts, okay, we you see maybe our mom or dad buying a doll or maybe like a teddy bear or something for the lady, and buying maybe a mobile phone, maybe like maybe a laptop or something for the guy rather. So all of these things, it just basically
true.
starts from like the foundation and all that.
Great.
I was exposed to a lot of technology, whatever and all that. So I started growing the passion from like at a very young stage. So like with that one, I also like was named everything I do, like the school I chose, the course I did at school and all that, were all in line with my passion. But she had to like go try to find herself, whatever and all that at a certain stage. So with that, you end up seeing that, okay, maybe the man or the male part will maybe be a bit like say better as compared to let's say experience and also how to solve issues more than the woman, because she was maybe she was exposed at a very late stage. So all of these things contribute to, let's say, for instance, in the workforce, when we go out to work and all that, they kind of see the male maybe to be a bit more experienced, or maybe it's able to solve issues better than the female. So it all just starts at the foundation level and all that. So I just believe that, for instance, we as maybe, let's say Africans or let's say Ghanaians, when we see maybe the female part, who maybe has a bit of interest in technology, just started at a very young age, and with that one, she will end up becoming even far better. I believe male and I believe let's say women are much more better problem solving than men. That's what I believe personally. And I've actually seen a lot of initiatives from other organizations that I've worked before, and also I've also encountered and all that. They just like took girls and just started teaching them on technology and all that. There was one initiative where women in entrepreneurship, they were literally having their own business set up, and they were taught how to start their business and all that. But later on they realized that, hey, we have to fuse, or let's say add a bit of technology to it, how to let's say use social media, how to use most of these tools to let's say market their businesses or whatever and all that. And they did so well, yeah. And they literally all women. Like something that maybe the woman will come say, can you please create just a simple thing as a Facebook page, just to market my business. She herself will just sit down, create it, be able to let's say create ads, add a whole lot of things and all that. And they do it so well with just little tools tools given to them. And you can imagine, let's say for instance, the little that they have, and they're able to achieve a lot. What if, let's say, they have so much, or what if they started so early? Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah. Then back to the question I was asking you about the initiatives you have worked on.
Initiative. Personally, I've not really worked on anything yet, but I've worked with
Not necessarily
organizations
personally, but maybe you've
Okay.
been part of a team, you've been part of
Yes.
a group,
Okay.
you've worked on some initiatives before, and how has that helped you as a young person? Because in as much as we are looking at women, we are also looking at young people also trying to take advantage of what?
Okay.
Technology.
Okay.
So what are some of the things, or you've even seen or witnessed women take or people take that has helped society using technology?
Okay, so I think there was this particular organization that I work with that they literally just took, let's say, women to just maybe be able to go through, I think about 6 months of training and all that
Okay.
into, like, say, the development of maybe programming, writing softwares, and also website development and all that. And with that, it literally just exposed the women into the world of technology. And I saw a lot of them, I think about 80 to 90% of them,
Nice.
creating their own applications, creating
Wow.
their own websites and all that. And with that one, it literally just opened their mind. And I believe strongly that it had, or maybe it kind of inspired the younger women to also achieve the same goal and all that.
Okay. Goodness, have you worked on any initiative, either personally or with a team, and you've seen how it has helped other young people?
I haven't really worked with them, but I have seen one. I think in 2020, this bank, Standard Chartered Bank, they launched a program, and it was Women in Tech. That was the title of the program. They launched something. So it was launched to support women who are going into entrepreneurship. They provided them with like business management training, provided them with support, and then
Can you speak a bit louder? I'm trying to hear
they
you.
provided them with mentorship,
Yeah.
and then seed funding.
Okay.
Yeah, that was in 2020.
Okay, that is what you have been part of. I'm trying to
Yes.
see. So you see something like MTN Apps Challenge. Have you heard of MTN Apps
Yes.
Challenge?
Yes.
This is something, I don't know if they still do it, but it was something that
I was
was
part of
really,
it.
yeah, you've been part of
Yes,
it.
I've been part of
So what kind of apps did you develop? I
Um,
knew people were part of it as well.
Yeah, it was actually, I think, 2 apps. One was eCredit. Yeah.
Okay.
eCredit, but it's like eCredit. You see how the scratch cards, how you just take the scratch card, now dial this thing, add it, whatever to it and all that. With that app, you can just take it and just dial like the number on the scratch card, or you can take a picture of it and automatically load it.
Nice.
This thing and all that. So
So
that
instead
was
of
just
having
what-
to scratch the
yes,
airtime,
the
I don't
airtime.
even see scratch cards airtime again.
Yes,
It's been
and
a while.
I think because now it's very easy to now get credit and all that. So now I think, and it's environmentally friendly too now. Like that they stopped doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When we talk about technology, we usually look at it from a very big side, creating robots, etc., etc. But let's come to the basics. You at Boltech.
Yes.
What are some of the basic? Because I don't want us to look at it. Sorry, pardon me. The bigger perspective, and people will say, "Oh, it's a big thing. It's a big thing." But I believe technology is just basically using your computer, using your phone, using anything technology. I'm going back to the same word,
Yes.
to enhance things to become very easy for us. Tell us about some of the things that you've done, or even at Boltech with technology that young people can adapt to.
So I was part of a team that organized Teaser Talk series.
Okay.
So it was an initiative of Boltech to have conversations about technology and what technology has to do in our lives. So every time we bring people on board just to talk to, most of our patrons were students, and we were just bringing their minds to the fact that there are more they can do with technology, and most of them tried it. Like you mentioned, AI. People were doing IT or doing related courses, they didn't even know how to use AI to search certain things. But through that Teaser Talks initiative, we had people come in to teach them how to actually use this gadget. And the testimony some of the students are giving is awesome. You find them like, I went for Teaser Talk series and I've been able to learn
Do
ABC.
this, yeah.
I've been able to do this. And we have organized training sessions too, not only for adults, but children. there was a time we were having training for kids, and we taught them Scratch programming. It was just about developing games. So if a child is exposed to something like that and develop the interest of tech, of course, he grows and he becomes something big. Yes. So
Now, let's look at the you've mentioned one key point about even if you have the interest in tech and you do not have a laptop, that becomes very difficult for you to go and practice and all that. Let me go back to young girls. Do you do these mentorships for girls in schools on ICT? Either personally or wherever you work. Have you had that opportunities? You've mentioned the Tizar Talk series, but beyond then, are there mentorship for girls who want to go into ICT? Currently, they are not programs.
They are not so much in the system.
you
Is it a
just
funding
generalize
issue?
it.
It's, I think it's the funding issues.
Okay.
I think it's and then
When you say funding, what do you need funding for? Is it to buy the laptops or the computers or what? What is the funding needed for?
so basically to set up the place for people to come in, for you to lecture them, and you actually need funding for all those things, and a lot of people don't have that on hand.
Wow.
So
How about the government? Or these are opportunities that maybe the government, so I don't want to say interested in, but it's becoming challenging getting funding for tech issues.
It's quite challenging. It's quite challenging.
Have you encountered that, Samuel? Funding
Yes,
opportunities.
I've actually encountered a couple of them in order, but I also have a bit of different perspective
Okay.
to that. In the current world that we find ourselves in, like let's say for instance, we talk about let's say training, ICT training, or maybe using technology and all that. It's actually good to have the actual technology right in front of you to be able to do that. But I also see that like a lot of young people, like maybe in the community or maybe in the environment I find myself in, not like the very typical rural areas, you will find like in Tamale for instance, you find a lot of young people holding smartphones. You can start from there. Currently you can use a smartphone to learn how to do programming, do your whatever in order. So I believe that life wasn't, for instance, when we start small, people will see it and even come in mode, okay, with the little that I have, I'm able to get this done. Okay, so this person has this and she has been able to achieve this or get this. So let me invest more into the person and she will be able to, let's say, get more than whatever that she's actually getting. So I just believe that with the little that we have around us, we can start doing something.
With the little that we have around us, but some will say the little cry is not there.
Yeah, I understand, yeah.
Yeah, so now I want to take a break, but I want to ask this question and we deal with it. Now, with women in tech, I see that most times we have this challenge of getting the big gigs. There's a different thing being called into the training or being called into the sector. But when there are contracts or etc., you hardly see women winning those contracts. Maybe you guys might not have gotten there, but it's all about that inequality. Do you think that with women in tech and the things that probably we need to do or we have to do, what can we do properly so that those opportunities can be opened for us in a better perspective?
So first of all, I would say branding.
Okay.
If you're a woman and anything you want to venture in, you should brand yourself. You shouldn't compromise anything for your work. Once someone sees you from far, so for example, Matter Inspires, you are branded, you are established. Thanks be to God. Nobody can underestimate what you do or try to belittle you in your field of work. So as to women in tech, if I brand myself that I am Boltech today, and my focus is to do ABC, so if my focus is to develop softwares, I should be tuned to it. I should do whatever thing I think it can make it succeed. I shouldn't compromise anything. Sometimes you brand yourself as a software company, and if you see something that has to do with a different thing. Because of your influence, you want to enter. Once people notice you are not straightforward in your dealings, a gig will come and they're like, this person cry, what exactly does she do? So for me, it's the branding.
It's
If
the
you brand
branding.
yourself well,
Okay.
you'll get it.
Do you believe in the branding as well?
Yes, 100%. Because one thing I believe strongly is to focus on one thing, do it so well that you recognize for that, with that or whatever in order. Then after that, then you cannot diverse into other whatever in order. So just get something done and do it so well. Brand yourself, expose yourself to lots of opportunities and all that. Then after you are known for that particular thing, then you cannot branch into other fields that you also want and all that.
Specialization, huh? Goodness, anything to say about the branding?
I think I agree with her. And to add to that, you have to also be confident in yourself. You know what you want, and then you go for it. You're good to go.
Okay. I want us to take a break. When we are back, we delve into more. Hello everyone, today is a great day. We met over 250 women here to inspire them and to empower them. The focus was to make sure that the widows that we have in our society, the single mothers, the women who are bore twins and probably do not have enough on them, the pregnant women that may not be able to go for antenatal, among other vulnerable women. The target was 250, but we reached 271 women. I believe that whatever target that we set and whatever reach that we have been able to achieve has helped a lot of women to become better. It was a day for us to talk as women. They shared their perspective on women economic empowerment, teenage pregnancy, taking care of their children and how they can do better. We danced. We modeled. We had fun. And I believe that seeing these women chill and enjoy themselves at this point, it's something really amazing. So the Martha Inspires Foundation, with support from few of our partners, we had some donations from the Universal Merchant Bank, UNB, and some individual philanthropists who helped us to make this day a success. We gave them bags of rice, bottles of oil, tins of mackerel, some tins of tomato paste. Some got soap, some got Dettol, some got cloth, some got even macaroni, and a whole lot of things. Clothes, shoes, handbags. We were able to distribute to these women, and we believe that they have been able to support us greatly. Thank you to Glow Events for glowing the whole setup for us as well, and to Aki's Kitchen for giving us an amazing time of lunch to refresh and to entertain these women. We really appreciate everything. We are glad that we touched the lives of these women. Welcome back from the break. We are still looking at women in tech. Of course, we are talking a bit about every young person in tech and what we can do. We just looked at branding, how we can brand ourselves and the opportunities that can be available for us, because technology is the new ish, and whether we like it or not, every one of us is using technology. Our phones is technology. We take a picture, we want to edit the technology. There is this thing now that you can even be in a different town. Well, there's this thing that they do on TikTok. You be in here, you be like, oh, I'm in Ghana, hey, I'm in UK. People can do
Transition.
that. So, I don't know how to edit TikTok videos. Maybe I have to now fall on them to teach me those things. But whether we like it or not, people are cashing out using technology. People are just having TikTok accounts, and the money that they make, it's more than a lot of us that have jobs. But it doesn't mean we should stop going to school. So technology is really, 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 really important to all of us. Now, women in tech, let me come to both of you on this. We have seen the gap for so many years. we are trying to bridge the gap. Do you think there is something we are missing with that inequality that you mentioned? What are some of the initiatives? I'm looking at a time whereby we have these things, these apps that can show you when your next menstrual period is coming and all those things. But is there something about technology we can do, maybe women perspective, that we can devise or create for ourselves, or anything? I'm just thinking aloud. But what do you think we can do better to encourage more women in that perspective? Maimuna, let me come with you on that.
So actually, there are systemic biases that comes when women are venturing into tech. So they tell you that this is not a women go area because a men dominated area. But one thing I always encourage us to do is that we should, like you said, we should go beyond what we want to do. I want to do tech. I am already into it. What do I need to be able to do? I should forget about what somebody is telling me, Muna, you can't do this. Muna, you can't do this. One thing I think I would do better is to always tell myself that, no, girl, go for it. This is for you. You have to go for it. And also I always believe that charity is from the home. So tech begins from home. We are growing up as kids, and everything we play with in the house is related to tech. Like Sami mentioned earlier, parents buy play kits for children, and mostly you find them give the fashion-related play kits to the girls, and the cars and the whatever. It should start from home. We should give the girls the cars too. We should let them break the cars and make it. It's okay. You even find some parents, the girl breaks the thing and says, give it to your brother to do for me. It's a no for me.
That's true.
If the child breaks the tire of the car, you say, baby, do it. You can do it. The next thing the person will be thinking about is, okay, it means that if I was able to break my toy car and repair it, it means if daddy's car tire is removed this way, I can fix it.
Yeah.
So that is the way we should go about it. And women, we should always believe in ourselves. I think
women should believe in yourself.
We can do better.
Goodness, what can we do better?
I think we need more relevant role models.
Great, relevant. I like that. Relevant role models, not just any role model.
No, relevant ones. Like, so they can show young girls growing up that technology is not only for the men. It's not only for the men. They can show them that more women have already had significant impact. They've contributed significantly to technology. I think by this, girls will have more interest to go into technology.
Sami, as a man, what do you think we can do better for women? Because you guys don't have an issue, because it's normal to see a guy, oh, I want to go into tech, I want to be an IT expert, and it is okay on that. But you believe that women can also do better in tech field, but the gap is still there. What do you think we can do better? And also, how do you encourage other young guys to treat women coming up in tech?
Okay, so I think first of all, let's say in developing technology and all that, maybe bringing up, let's say, tools and all that, let's say anyone doing it should involve women into it and all that, so that it will be much more inclusive. So let's say, for instance, using AI to do this, like the app that you mentioned that tracks the menstrual distance, I believe probably they might have involved women into it for them to maybe contribute and all that. So whatever technology, no matter the scale of it, or no matter the problem that is going to solve, or no matter what it's going to do and all that, we should as much as try to involve a lot of women into it, so that when, let's say, that particular tool finally comes out, women can use it and to inspire the women to, okay, I use this and I find it very easy to use and all that, and okay, I want to venture into it and see how maybe I can improve upon it or even do something similar to it. Yeah, so I just believe that we should start by including women or involving women in whatever tool that we are building to make it much more inclusive.
In the working space, what should men do better for women?
All right, so I think we we as men actually should allow women to grow, like give them that, hey, like you can do this. Like maybe what's name, so for instance, when let's say she mentioned the car tire is spoiled, go and give it to your kid brother or go and give it to your brother to do it for you and all that, rather than, hey, try and fix it. You can do it, just try and fix it and all that. And I believe strongly that in the world that we live in now, there are lots of tools and resources to solve almost any issue that is technologically involved. You can solve it and all that. So hey, go here and maybe just a bit of small direction. Which, okay, you can do this. Just go here and maybe read about it or watch a video to be able to solve that issue and all that. So when you're able to give them the room to grow and the, let's say, the necessary mentorship and all that, women can actually make a very good maybe impression in the technology world.
Okay, so it means that there is positive news for women in tech.
Yes.
And women that are coming up who want to go in tech, there's positive news for them.
Yes.
And it means that we ourselves can start with a change. Because sometimes we say we want change, but we are not starting with a change. And sometimes that becomes very, very difficult. We've spoken a lot about this whole topic. I want you to give me your final words, your concluding words or message on women in tech, what everybody should know, what every girl should know, and what we can do better. Let me start with you, Goodness.
Okay, so first of all, you should be confident in your abilities, confident in yourself, and believe that you can do it. You just have to try, and then you'll be able to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve.
You can achieve whatever you want to achieve.
You set out to achieve.
Okay. Some more.
Mine is just short, so it's just whatever the situation and all that, you can do it, so get it done.
You can do it, so get it done.
So mine is for you to first identify what in technology you are good at. Fall in love with it and with determination.
In 1 minute, tell us about Boltech. I forgot.
So Boltech is an ICT-oriented company. We are into software development and web development. We do IT training too. We do consultancy. Anything IT, that's what we do. We are located on the Palsy Road.
I'll prefer social media rather. Tell us, are you on Facebook?
Yes, Boltech ICT.
Okay, that's
Yes.
on Facebook.
And
okay.
our website is www.boltechgh.com.
Okay, okay. You want to talk about Tech Pigeon?
Yes, so Tech Pigeon is basically an IT setup, and we are into this similar thing, website
Okay.
development, app creation, IT training and all that. And we are very much involved in, let's say, encouraging more women into technology. You can
Okay.
find us on social media, just type Tech Pigeon online and all that.
Okay. You want to tell us what you do?
Okay, so basically you work on people's sensitive data
Okay.
about them. So that's
Sensitive data.
yes,
So if someone wants to do a survey,
Data management.
data management and all that, you can do that. Okay. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on the show today. And I believe that we've had a great conversation on that. I believe you are encouraged to go into the IT field because all of us need to understand that a time will come. Look, you see, I'm sometimes I imagine the next kind of phones we are going to have, like how things are going to be, even on our TV set. We had TVs that were hunchbacks. We moved from that. Now we have flash screens. Some are very tiny. Now maybe a time will come that I don't know. Maybe I don't know what will happen. Maybe you can just take your palm and you can press something and watch the TV or your palm and all that. But it's all technology, and you and I can make that happen. Especially with those in Ghana and Africa. Let's not say that those out there should always produce and send it down to us. We can produce something, and that can help us a lot. I am Martha in Spice. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good night. Hello and welcome to Thoughts from Martha in Spice. Today I want to talk to you about what I have captioned, You Are Worth It. You are worth it. No one is useless on this earth. There are times we've had people tell us, you are useless. Oh, nothing good can come out from you. Even Jesus, we said, can anything good come from Nazareth? You have had your friends that say that, oh, this boy in this class, he doesn't know anything. Or this girl or this boy is good for nothing. I just want you to believe in yourself that whatever that they are saying is not true. Some of these words can get us very depressed, especially as young people. And if you hear these things continuously, people telling you are not worth it, that you have no impact into their life, even in their family, because maybe you don't have money, or you don't have certain things, or you don't even have a child. Some women go through these things. But when God created you, your worth was not subject to just one thing. The fact that you don't have a child doesn't mean that you are not worth it. The fact that you don't get all A's in school doesn't mean you are not worth it. The fact that you don't behave like other people doesn't mean that you are not worth it. Today, I pray for you that every negativity in your mind, in your head, in your spirit, that people have said to you, that it will not control you. That negativity will not determine who you are. Sometimes because we hear we are useless, we don't even want to try. But today I want to tell you that it's a lie. You are very useful. And without you on this earth, the world will miss a piece. There is something tangible that the world will miss. So if you are watching me today, listen to me, come closer. You are worth it. You are amazing. You are wonderful. Your talent is special. No one is like you. Nobody can ever be you. Always believe that no one in this world can do what you do, can behave how you behave, even if you are twins. So whatever anyone have said to you negatively, please, from today, let that go. Let that words leave your mind, and let these words I am saying go back into that space. Let that uniqueness, let that talent, let that potential come out and be useful. Prove to people that you are worth it, and God has made you worth it than you can ever imagine. Forget about the negativity and believe that you are smart, you are amazing, and there is no one like you. Thank you for watching this episode on Thoughts from Martha Inspires. See you next time.